Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 3.0. Today's episode, we are going to build a growth crystal tier 2. You see it on the right-hand side of me. It's right there beside me. These things are incredible. Wait till you see the results. It's mind-blowing. It's OP. It's really great. We also build a Mattock. I have it in my hand right here. It is a paper Mattock. Why a paper Mattock? Yeah, you'll have to ask Sir Harry. He'll explain that to you. And we also build the Auto Crafter Tier 3, I believe it's called. It will craft all our essence into the Imperial essence, into the let's see, into Superium essence. It will automatically craft it up to that level. Yeah, we got a lot to do and a lot to learn. So hang on tight, and here we go. All right, before we get to the items that we want, I want to go ahead and do a timer real quick and get this going. We're going to do a 10-minute timer. And we're going to see how much essence this thing makes in 10 minutes without the growth crystals. And then we're going to see how much it makes with the growth crystals. Let's go ahead and take all this out. There we go. And I will set my timer in just a second. And that will start our timer. You see, is there anything in there? Alright, let's go ahead and start our timer. And you see how much it gets in 10 minutes time. Let's see if I can get to my timer. There we go. And it started now, and I'll go ahead and take out one of those. There we go. So you see what happens in 10 minutes without the growth crystals. And then we'll do 10 minutes with the growth crystals and see the difference. Alright, so today, here's what we need for today's episode. Everything's right here, right now. Da-da-dum. Alright, this is like two sections. Go ahead and skip this middle part. This is all the essence we need. This is all the diamonds. Oh, the hardest thing is probably the prismarine, shards and crystals. They come from my chicken drops, so make sure you get your chicken drops up to date and you'll have everything you need. And everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. A stack and 8 of bones and some glass, regular glass. Last episode we made 2 of these empowered polished crystal blocks. We're going to go ahead and make one more, that way you don't have to go back and look at it. If you know how to make your empower, you're okay, and we'll show you how to do that real quick. Let me go ahead and get this dirt out too, and I'm going to talk about it too. There we go. And a fertilizer, and just go ahead. You know, one thing I didn't talk about, maybe I need to, I'm not sure. You should probably know, but we'll go ahead and talk about the fertilizer too. Alright, let's go over here real quick, and actually I got to take this lapis, and we can either throw it down, pick it back up, or we can place it down, just right click on our atomic reconstructor, and it turns it into the polished crystal block. And now we're going to take that over here, and again you can put these things in any order that you want in our empower. And we'll go ahead and put this here, cyan, and then we'll put this right here, and it gets going. And while that runs, that takes about 20 seconds or so. Let's go ahead and make some fertilized dirt. And we do that with the fertilizer, and you just lay it right on top, turns it right into fertilized dirt. And how do you make the fertilizer and the fertilizer dirt? We'll talk about that real quick. The recipe is really simple. Let's go see if I can find the recipe. It's got some iron and a button, and then it's got a bucket of liquid fertilizer. And we get the liquid fertilizer by taking your bucket and just tow over here, get some water. And it has already performed its little magic here, so we missed that, apologize. We take our bucket and we put the chicken manure, which we get from our chickens, and it turns it into liquid fertilizer. Then we can take that and we can fill up our little fertilizing spray bottle just like that. So that's how easy it is to do. There we go. And we have our 4 fertilized dirt, and we have this thing now, which is cool. There we go. And let's go ahead and look at what else we got here. So now we have 3 of these things, which we're going to need in just a little while. Let's go ahead and look at our recipe. This is the recipe that we need to build. We just did the fertilized dirt. I'm going to build 2 of these. That's why I have 4 fertilized dirts. So we're going to need 4 of these things. And this is the essence that we need. And let's go ahead and put the essence over here. So it's 2 stacks plus 16 essence. And let's go ahead and go here to make the 16 blocks of the stuff that we're going to need. And then we're going to go ahead and go back. We need stone and diamond. Sorry about that. I get carried away hitting the escape key. Stone and 4 diamonds. 16 stone and 4 diamond. And that'll go ahead and give us these things. What do you call them? The growth accelerators. I guess this is like tier 1. This is like tier 2. Or would that be, yeah, tier growth crystal. Yeah, this would be tier 1, sorry. This is just a growth accelerator. Now you can use that over there, and they're not bad, but they're nothing like this. So we're just going to skip that whole thing. All right, so we got 4 of those, 4 of these. So what else do we need? We need 2 of these blocks, and to get those, we need the sea lanterns. Let's go ahead and get those over here. And let me go ahead and move the bones over, and the iron over. There we go. So let's go ahead and get the center of this sea lantern. There we go. There's your pattern. We got 2 of those, and we'll just go ahead and go here. We need these bones, so again, there you go. We got 8 of them, and is that it? That should be everything. Yes. There we go. We have 2 growth crystals. So this is the low level. This is the next level. So if you can make this, then you're great. If not, we're going to go ahead and go to the bad boy, and we need greenhouse glass, greenhouse glass. And that's why we had to make all these machines here. We had to make the Empower, we had to make the Atomic Reconstructor, just so we can get these blocks right here. These things. Oh, let's go here. Sorry. This is what it's all about. All right, let's see. We got everything. Yep, we got oh, we need the glass. It can be regular glass, or it can be any kind of glass. Regular glass is just cheap, so it's easy. Let's go ahead and make our greenhouse glass. Shift Enter, and we got, this makes 3 of those, so we need 8 altogether, but it only makes 9, so we're good there. And now we have everything we need to make our growth crystals tier 2. We have 2 of these things. Now these bad boys, you can replace it where the water is. It also acts as a water, and it also acts like a light. So you don't really need light as long as these things are around. They work in a 9x9 section, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm curious how much time. We still have 4 minutes left in our timer, so I want to make sure we let that go for another 4 minutes. While that goes, just go ahead and talk about one other thing. A gentleman named, I think, Sir Harry, he recommended, I'll put the comment above, he's recommended using a Mattock, a paper Mattock with upgrades, the reinforcement upgrades. And just go ahead and do that real quick. This is just an extra paper. Now, I don't know if the quantity of this obsidian is right and the quantity of the blank cast is right. A blank cast is just putting 2 pieces of gold in here and let it come out, and you get a blank cast. Or you can use, if you have any extra castings like these that you don't want, you can use those instead. So we're going to go ahead and take that. We're going to put our blank cast in the middle and surround it with this. And this is going to be our upgrade. This thing will be able to handle 5 upgrades when we're done. Let's make some paper real quick. And let's go ahead and click here, and I believe we have all the stuff made already. So we're going to go ahead and click on the shovel. Let's take this out. Put the paper in. We got a shovel head, and we need our axe head, and we need our tool rod. The reason we're using paper is it gives us an extra modifier for each one of these things, and that's what's so cool about it. Let's go ahead and put the bone back in there. We'll leave the paper in there for now, and actually I'll probably have to take that out. I'll go ahead and take it out for now, and let's go ahead and build our Mattock, and it's just like this, and it should give us 5 upgrades. Yep, there we go. 5 upgrades. Let's go ahead and take our Mattock out. I don't need to label it. And just go ahead and go to this tab. No. Oh, it's back here. Sorry. Go here, and we're going to put our upgrades in here. And we're going to upgrade this thing. And it says reinforced, and it's still, you see, it still has, where is it? Durability. I don't know what 6 is 6 is, but if you put this thing in there 5 times, it will go into Unbreakable. Let's see if I can see it. See Tinker's Construct down at the bottom. I believe that's where it actually will say it in just a minute. Alright, we got one more after this, right? How many more modifiers? This is the last one. Oh yeah, see, now if you look at the bottom here, it says Tinker's Construct in blue. If you look at the new one, it says Unbreakable. So this thing will never break. We can put it in our farming station, and we don't have to worry about ever replacing it. And I have to thank Sir Harry for that. All right, let's see how our timer's coming. We are down to 2 minutes. Let's see, what else can we do in 2 minutes? Let's see. I have one other thing I want to make. I don't know if we have enough time for that yet. It's going to be the crafting table tier 3. Let's go ahead and make it. I think we have time. Crafting, unless I can't type, tier 3. Let's see, where is it? Well, crafting station. Let's just go over here and make sure we don't miss our timer. And we'll come back to that. And I'll explain what that's all about in just a minute. Alright, let's see how we're coming. This is going to be in 10 minutes time how much we made. We're really moving along here. We almost got a half stack in 10 minutes. And let's see, right now we have a minute left. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. Let's stop this timer. And this is what we got in 10 minutes. So we got basically a half a stack. Half stack of essence. Alright, let's go ahead and place these growth crystals tier 2s in here. And that should start getting things going a little bit better. Now, again, they eliminate light, and they also act as water sources. So I could actually get rid of, well, I can't get rid of the water sources because it doesn't reach all the way. But if I was in a 9x9 area, I could use that as a water source. Now, these things do, like I said, go by a 9x9 area. So this whole section is pretty much covered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the problem is over here, it doesn't reach these 4, this 2x2 section, the way we have it laid out right now, and also over here, this little 2x2 section. But everywhere else, it will make things go faster. And let's go ahead and I'm going to let that get going, and then I'll start the timer. We're at 4 right now. I'm going to let this get to working real good, and then we'll start the timer. Okay, let's go ahead and start the timer with the growth crystals now. Let me go ahead and get my timer back up. I'm going to hit start now. I'm going to go ahead and take what I have in here now. We have 34 the first time. Let's go ahead and put this excess somewhere. Oh, I put a chest over here. I meant to take that out. There we go. So the first time has 34. And let's see what we get this time. Right now, with 30 seconds into it, we've gotten 15, 17. So we've already gotten half of it within 30 seconds. All right, we'll come back to that in about 10 minutes. Let me get rid of this squid sack. And we'll put the Mattock in there in just a little while. Because the one we have in there is obsidian. I think it's worth 8,000 uses. So even though we got unbreaking right now, we have a really good Mattock. All right, let's go ahead. The thing that I was thinking about before is a crafter tier 3. And I don't know why my brain went completely blank. I apologize about that. Well, it goes blank a lot of times. And this is what we need to make the crafter tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So this is really cool. And I'll show you what we're going to do with it in just a second. Well, I can tell you, we're going to use it to combine our essence and make the essence combination a lot easier and a lot quicker. All right, this is just a basic machine frame. We're going to go ahead and make that. I don't know why the essence went in there. It wants to escape. All right, so this is a tier 1, a regular crafting. Actually, what we're going to do is, this is not tier 1. This is a, make sure I got this in the right way. Yeah, I got it backwards. This is a machine frame. Sorry, put that here. I'll put here and here. Now you notice I got 3 on either side. It says 6, but it's actually 3. This is crafting tier 1 that we make. Now all we have to do is just keep putting inside crafting tier 2 and a crafting tier 3, and we're all set and ready to go. Don't know why that's showing up in there. It's gone now. Alright, so now we have our crafting tier station 3. And we're going to put this bad boy down here. And we're going to go ahead and start combining some of our essence. Because, yeah, I have 2 full chests, plus this large storage chest going, plus a little here. And it's time to start getting this thing consolidated a little bit. In between episodes, I did go ahead and run an item conduit. The power is already here because it's going out to the farming station out there. So all we have to do is just place this thing right here and it will automatically connect. I'm not going to connect the items yet. We'll go down below because I want to make sure this continues. Wow, we're really booking here. So let's go ahead and talk about this crafting station tier 3. Oh, before I do anything, let's go ahead and show you the recipe. That should work. Let's go at mystical crops. And what we need to do is we're going to teach it to tier up each level of these things. So this is the next one, and we need this infusion crystal. That's what I need, and I haven't gotten yet. Now the master is too hard because we need another star, so we can't use that yet. The good thing about the master, it never breaks. This one does break, so let's go ahead and make about 4 of these. What do I need? I need about 4 diamonds and 16 of these shards. Just go grab those real quick. And the shards, I believe, let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. I can't count and talk at the same time. There we go, and I need 4 of these. The shards, where do we get them from? Sieving sand. It can be regular sand or compressed sand, and it's in an iron mesh or in a diamond mesh. Yeah, and I have a few of these. I have 326 of those bad boys. Let's go ahead and make this. Oh, I don't have the essence with me. I need essence. I need 16 essences real quick. I do have them on me, but I don't want to use the ones that are repairing. There we go, at 16 essence. And let's see, let's go ahead and put that here. I think the shards go in the corners. And yeah, I did that completely wrong. So we got 3. 1, 2, 3. Got 4 of these things. Now I'm going to put that in the auto crafter. There we go. And let's go ahead and get some of this stuff out. I don't want to mix it in. So I'm dragging it over individually because if I shift it, it'll automatically hit our 34 there. And I'm just going to throw these in here real quick. And now we're going to teach this bad boy what to do. We're going to double click here, and then we're going to go ahead and give it the pattern. And the pattern is like this, with the shard in the middle. Then we're going to click this thing right here. It says external. We're going to put it as internal, and we can click apply. And you can see it's already running. Cool. All right, let's double click on the next one. We're going to take this thing and do the same thing. Teach it the pattern. Put the shard in the middle and hit apply. Oh, internal. We're going to keep it internal. Apply. And then we're going to do the next one. Double click here and put the shard in the middle. I guess it doesn't matter which one we use. Put the essence on the sides here, and it will teach it to do the next one. Oh, we're going to keep that internal. Apply. And oh, we got 4, which is just enough. And we're going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shard. Internal. Now, this is the last pattern. We could put it out, but the problem is it would kick this thing out too. So we want to make sure we keep it internal. So we'll go ahead and hit apply on that one. All right, so now we have everything to do to craft this down. You might be asking, well, why? Just put that here. There we go. Now I can drag this down automatically. Why am I doing this? Well, I'll just throw this in here real quick. It makes life a lot easier when it's broken and it's up to here. You can break them down, takes up less room, and you can break them down to the ones that you need a lot easier than building them back up. For an example, let's take one out. There we go. Put one in here, and you can just break it down a lot easier. So we got 4 there, and we can just go ahead and break it down to more if we need any more down. So it's easier to break it down than it is to build it up. So that's the reason I'm going ahead and doing this. And it doesn't take much. This is a really simple thing to make. All right, let's see how we're coming on our time here. We still have 3 minutes to go. We hit a half of a stack. Now we're really booking here. This thing really does help. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, time's up. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. And I will add this up real quick, and I'll be right with you. Well, if my calculations are right, let's go ahead and get this one over here. This is what we get in 10 minutes without the growth crystals. This is what we get with the growth crystals. Or in other words, we get about 63 stacks an hour compared to 3 stacks. So we get 3 stacks of these in an hour compared to 63 with the growth crystals. I think there is no comparison. It is definitely an OP thing. All right, last thing I want to do before we leave. So I want to go down here. We need to hook this bad boy up to the auto crafter. That way we don't have to worry about crafting this stuff anymore. And let's see, we have it coming here, and it should be in out. And I think I already have it set to in out. And then we're going to come here, and we're going to set this to insert. And it should start auto crafting. There it goes. And I will go ahead and force feed a lot of that stuff in there, or I'll just let it run. It's not like it's going to go anywhere. All right, here's what we have so far. I went ahead and force fed a lot of it. We're up to 33. You know, we are so close to having everything we need. It won't take long now. This is just great. How's the shards? How's it? We have 1 undamaged, and we have 1 almost done. 148 more uses. So out of 4, we're using them pretty good. That lasts pretty long. Now this is incredible. It's OP. It's just great. Makes me smile. All right, my friends, that brings us to the end of another great episode. If you saw something you liked, please give me that thumbs up. If you see something you didn't like, give me that thumbs down. Again, either way, it's all good. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And the comments down below, I try to read them. So leave a comment. All right, my friends, till next time. It's been fun. It's been real. It really has been fun. See you soon, guys. Bye. Ah!